Lomography LomoApparat Review. Even for experienced filmmakers like us that have used a wide range of products from affordable to expensive, the camera underwent its own test wherein it endured a brisk film advance rate, frequent attachment and detachment of lens adapters, and a few light bumps. When we first got a hold of it, all we could say was, "Wow, this is adorable." It had an incredibly solid feel to it despite its compact design. You wouldn't suspect any fragility or cheap plastic from it, but considering its size, some pretty cool features are included like multiple exposure modes, bulb settings, interchangeable lens adapter options, the splicing accessory piece, and even color gel filters that you can attach. So basically everything you need to start shooting right away is there. Plus plenty of room for creativity. The biggest detriment for me was the bulb mode. It was virtually useless, given that the camera had no way to be coupled with a shutter release cable. Unless you have incredibly steady hands, you have to use the flash at the conclusion of the exposure to get the desired artistic appearance. We also hope Lomo will look into improving the film advance wheel. It was a bit daunting but didn't affect my photography experience significantly. The LomoApparat has been innovatively crafted to provide significant and fun creative capabilities in comparison to its counterparts. Lomography appears to have really put a great deal of thought into the design and usability of this camera. As expected of one associated with the fun brand, there is an inclination for them to try too hard, but this time they seem to have gotten it just right, balancing features that are desirable even by experienced analog enthusiasts with classic Lomo aspects that newbies would surely find thrilling. This should produce a camera that you and we will take pleasure in using day by day. The closest competitors to the LomoApparat's 21mm lens is the Lomo La Sardina and Reto Ultra Wide and Slim at 22mm. However, these cameras cannot compare in regards to construction and features. We believe people will be amazed that the distortion is not as intrusive or unpleasant as they first thought. In my photos, it didn't even cross my mind because it wasn't noticeable. This has left me with a good impression that the Lomography R&D team has done a great job making an outstanding plastic lens. Of course, there are certain restrictions, such as having to stay within a certain distance from your subject in order to achieve optimal focus and exposure. The Apparat is outstanding because its fixed functions become even more special when paired with the close-up adapter, which allows for a better quality of intimacy. Reinventing your creative style is made simpler by the kaleidoscope and more vibrant with the selection of filters. Multiple exposures provide an uncomplicated approach to creating singular compositions. It really has something to offer everyone. Any vignetting we experienced did not bother me, since it is an iconic, expected effect with Lomography. That said, we haven't been able to shoot this camera in strong sunlight conditions due to our current weather patterns. The LomoApparat needs to stand out from all the other disposable and fixed setting cameras that have been released lately. Lomography cameras like the Lomo LCA and current versions like the LomoApparat are excellent starting points for them to try out. Brands have become aware that the market has changed, and rivalry is shifting towards this line. Nowadays, people are very mindful of their film expenditures and seek immediate satisfaction. Thus, any tool which sparks people's interest in film photography is always welcomed. These past few months have been challenging for me when it comes to being social, but capturing photographs with the LomoApparat gave me a fun chance to connect with people. For experienced film shooters, this is an ideal little and compact camera to enjoyably spend some time with.